This presentation will describe the process for performing a sump test using a Proteus containment leak detection kit. Let's start by examining what is included in the kit. Note, kits can vary from 1 to 4 probes. The Proteus comes in its own separate case. A 12-foot power cord is provided. There is an MTG probe connection box that provides connection to the controller for 4 probes. Included are 4 50-foot MTG probe cables. A TCP/IP port is provided. Access to it is obtained by removing the foam padding. In a separate case, up to 4 MTG probes and mounting brackets are provided. There are suspension chains to mount probes. There are some additional items required that are not part of the CLD kit. You will need several pieces of angle iron. You will need a water-based test solution. You will need a grounded 3-prong extension cord. Safety cones are a must. You should have tape or weights to stabilize the probes. Now, let's talk about preparing the site. There are 2 typical setups. One being for dispenser pans and the other for sump testing. Place the CLD kit in a non-hazardous area. Section off the work area with safety cones. Fill the sumps or dispensers with test solution. Extend an angle iron over the sump or dispenser pan. Be sure it is level and secure. Suspend the probe over the angle iron using the chain. The probe should hang vertically, and it should not touch the floor of the containment area. The float should be about halfway up the probe. The float should be free to travel up or down along the length of the probe, with the increase and decrease of liquid without anything hindering it. Connect the probes to the tester using the probe cables. Using tape or weights, stabilize the probes and cables so the probe is stationary during the test. Wire the extension cable to an appropriate power source receptacle. Plug in the Proteus to the extension cable to power up and energize the system. Now, let's review the programming of the CLD kit. This screen will show the current programming on the CLD tester. To program the CLD tester, press the CLD test setup button. Key in the password. The factory default password is 6 zeros. Press the enter button. The report header is used to describe the site information. Entry is limited to 30 characters. Select line 1 and use the keypad to enter the report header. Repeat for line 2, line 3, and line 4. Please be aware of an important note. Refer to local authorities for the appropriate values regarding test time and test rate. Select test time and enter the duration of the test. The default value is 15 minutes. Select test rate and enter the allowable change in height for the test. The default value is 0.002 inches. Select a sump label to change the sump's name. Repeat for each sump or dispenser being tested. Use the keypad to enter the desired label. An example, regular sump or dispenser 1. Then, press enter. Enable any sumps that are being tested, otherwise disable that sump within the programming. Select test height to calibrate the measured height of the test liquid inside the sump. Use the keypad to enter the height of the test liquid. An example, 36 inches. The test height will now begin calibrating. Do not move the probe assembly until calibration has completed. Calibration is completed once the height matches the entered value. Programming can continue during calibration. Confirm that all entries are correct. Also verify that calibration matches the measured test height. Press Exit Setup to save your changes. Now, let's run the test. This screen will show the current programming and enabled probes on the CLD tester. To begin a containment leak test, press the Start CLD Test button. A timer will appear for each enabled tank. Once the timer runs out, the message will read, "Test finished." A report will print out. Verify the following items. Confirm the address of the site is correct. Confirm the time and date are correct. The test results will appear. The CLD tester displays values in 1/1000th of an inch. Tests can be repeated by pressing the Start CLD Test button. The following are some common troubleshooting items should the test fail. Ensure that the probe's number, such as probe 1, probe 2, probe 3, or probe 4, matches that specific connector's number on the probe connection box to where the probe's cable is connected to. If any probe has been replaced or added, enter the new probe's wire speed in menu, then setup menu, and then tank parameters. For more details on Proteus programming, please refer to the Proteus programming or operations manuals, available at www.omntec.com. If probe timeouts occur, inspect the cabling, connectors, probes, and floats for proper placement or visible damage. Reports are backed up in a comma-delimited format on the SD card. To view and print old tests, connect the Proteus CLD tester to your network. Obtain the Proteus CLD tester's IP host address. Press Menu, then Help menu, then Remote Settings. Enter that IP host address into the web browser of a computer on the same network. In the web browser, select the Reports button. Select cldtest.log. Data will have the oldest reports on top and the newest on the bottom. You can then view, copy, save, and print as needed. This completes the presentation for setting up, programming, and performing a sump test using a Proteus containment leak detection kit.